At the root of our communication, there's these three concepts. One's called misunderstanding in communication style. The second is related to what we're going to call power positioning, and that goes into a few different types of power positioning we'll talk about. And then the third is need for recognition, okay? So we're going to talk about what these three are. And the reason we're starting here is that there's a lot of actual frameworks on how you have various different types of conversations, and those are all great. The challenge is, and we're going to talk about some of those as well, but the challenge is if you don't know why the friction's occurring, then you actually could be approaching the conversation in a way that's not going to serve either party. So let's talk about the first one. So the first one's around misunderstanding in different communication styles. So as I go through these, take a look and see which one you identify with. So the triangle on the right, or excuse me, the triangle on the left is where we start. So this one's about, have you ever been in a conversation with somebody who very clearly states their point of view, they're very confident in it, and their point of view stays that way the entire conversation, for the most part. So this could be that what I say is what I meant. As I continue to have the dialogue and get deeper into the conversation, I still am coming at it from my stated point of view. And when we're kind of at the end of this conversation, what I started with is still the same position I held. This doesn't mean somebody can't be influenced. The whole concept of this is that it's about being more clear and direct. Some people might call it more blunt or more to the point. So people who are really certain in their opinion in the first time that they start to speak is often where that's where they end. But here's where the big problem happens with the other communication style. So this one is about somebody who the first thing they say may also be considered external processing. So the first thing they say isn't necessarily where they're going to land. So as they continue the conversation, their opinions may shift a bit because they're taking in information, they're hearing themselves speak, they're processing what's being said, to the point where the final place they land could be very different from where they started. So how many people identify with the left triangle? It's okay. So kind of where you stay, you kind of can say, okay. How many people identify with the right triangle? So from the left triangle people, can it be frustrating to deal with the right-sided triangle people? Yeah. And can the right-sided triangle people wonder why the left-sided triangle people don't get them? So this is one of the most common problems I find that creates friction inside teams, inside organizations. And of the three we're going to talk about, this one is by far the top. And it's because people don't understand that they're processing very differently, and they get frustrated and they forget that place of being curious.